prepared enough to practice. Then it happened. I paused. But unlike most pauses in a speech, I did not continue after that. Everything I knew went out the window and my mind was blank as I could feel all eyes on me, the audience, as they waited for me to continue. But I did not. I just stood there, hoping for some kind of miracle to get me out of the situation. As the time passed and the silence prolonged, my mind was only on one thing. How did I get myself in this situation? December 2024, my phone buzzed. I opened it and see poetry out loud in big bold letters. I never done or even thought about poetry before, but at the time, I thought I could just wing it, so there I was after school, skimming through the website looking for stuff to memorize. Looking back at it, I should have chosen better ones I could actually comprehend and memorize, but at the time I wasn't thinking about the long run. Later we had our first meeting. There was about 5 other people entering and we did not have to have them memorized, so of course I didn't. There we were told about deadlines. I had about a month to memorize everything and could just do it over winter break, so I thought I was good on time, but I overestimated myself by a lot. By our second meeting, most had their poems memorized, and those who didn't sounded fluent. Then there was me, pausing after every sentence and still needing my phone. Somehow that wasn't a wake-up call for me to lock in, but at the time I didn't feel a sense of urgency, so I continued my routine of procrastinating. Eventually the procrastination caught up to me when a month flew by and I still did not have anything memorized. So I did what most procrastinators do. I tried to do a month's worth of work the night before it's due, and surprisingly, I almost got away with this since I was able to memorize one of it. But since it was late, I kind of fell asleep, so there I was the morning of the competition, with still only one poem memorized. Throughout the day, all I could think about was the contest and finding time to practice. The car ride to school, I was practicing, lunch, my free periods, even passing periods. Then finally, the moment I've been dreading arrived. I came early to the library in hopes I can find some time to practice, but even I knew I didn't nearly have enough time. Then finally, the moment where I had to go up came. I started with the first one since that was the one I knew the best, and it went smoothly. With how well it went, it made me lose all my worries and think I got this. However, that sense of relief went out the window as I watched everyone else go up and complete their first poem. My anxiety grew watching everyone stand up and sit down shortly after. The clock was ticking till I had to go up there again. Then finally, the last person finished their poem and circled back to me. As I got up, it felt different. I felt a wave of fear and nervousness hit me. I knew I wasn't ready to complete a half-memorized poem. The first few lines went smoothly, but then it happened. I froze, and my mind went blank. All eyes were on me, and the silence did not help. I wanted to run out of that library so badly and find a hole to jump in, but I couldn't, so I just had to stand there. But then I heard it, the next word in my poem being said by one of the teachers. This seemed to snap me out of it as I was able to recall my memories and remember the next line. And I was able to get through it with the help of that teacher reciting a couple of words. Even though I was able to get through it, I felt terrible and I didn't want to face anyone in that library again. But after a couple of days, that feeling disappeared and I was able to look at it from a completely new perspective. At the time, I wish I never entered that contest and just stayed in my comfort zone. However, looking back at it, I don't regret it. And if I could, I'd do it all over again. But I'd actually memorize the stuff this time. This experience was able to teach me the importance of a lot of things like poetry, not procrastinating. But more importantly, it's to not be afraid to try new things and jump out of your comfort zone. Even if you aren't great at it, because it always feels better to try your best than not to try at all. That's it.